All right, everybody, welcome back to the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It's Thursday. We're throwing it back to Golden Tee 2010, Tahiti Cove. You guys voted for this year of Golden Tee, and our systems randomly generated Tahiti Cove. Very sad and disappointed that Southern Oaks was not chosen. Was really looking forward to shooting 10 to 12 unders on the live stream. Have not played the contest yet today, so we're just going to start off with the standard club set. Lob wedge, gap wedge, 9 iron, 8, 6 iron, all super spins. That's just a personal preference. You guys can go with partial or no spin at all. 5 hybrid, 8 wood, 3 hybrid, 6, 5, 3, and then 3 woods, 10.5 degree driver, 9.5 degree driver. And let's get things started. A lot going on this week. We've got events mode going on right now. Our 11th week of World Championship qualifying. On all par 5s, mixed holes. You guys are voting right now. The voting's almost over for next week's event. It looks like you're going to have all par 3s from the 2019 courses for next week. It's in the lead, probably about 20 or 30 votes on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Golden Tee Fan Facebook group. We'll have that going for a couple more hours until we completely solidify that it's par 3s, but that's what it's looking like so far. But we'll make sure Adam and I choose only the best to qualify our final 5 World Championship participants for the Orleans Hotel and Casino, the World Championship, going on June 21st through the 23rd. Make sure our friends on Twitch are here. Twitch and YouTube. Let's pull you guys up. Thanks to all of you who have joined on Facebook so far. A little bit earlier of a stream than you guys are used to because we as in just myself, are getting ready to head to St. Peters, Missouri for this weekend's Missouri Open, Power Events, 3rd National Golden Tee Tournament of the year. That was a terrible, terrible fringe bounce. Always appreciate fringe bounces, except right there. Eric Rios, David Key, Chad Coker, Paul Taylor, Randall Landers, John Remmel, Joe and Justin, thank you guys for joining in. So, heading down to St. Peters, Missouri, about a 5-hour drive from Chicago, give or take. Kicking things off at Hot Shots. This is the 3rd year Hot Shots has hosted. Todd, morning to you as well. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you guys are getting in an early lunch. Hope to have at least 3 or 4 games in. Probably go until about 12 o'clock today, 12 this afternoon. And that gives you guys an extra 12 hours after my live stream to get out to your favorite Golden Tee watering hole and hopefully shoot some good scores in today's contest. Taking a look at said scores for today's daily contest. Tahiti Cove, it's one of those old school courses with a little bit of a lighter par. Right now it looks like 25 under. There's 3 25 unders. Chris Knight, Brian Bernhardt, Al Zarel. So still pretty early in the day. It's only 11 o'clock Central. So you guys we're not going to see too much craziness in the scoring department just yet. But we'll make sure to update you guys throughout the afternoon and evening on what those scores look like. Most likely going to be 28-29 under that potentially wins it. Looking to Andy Haas, Joe Massara, Evan Gossett, all those guys that are crazy good at the daily contest. And, of course, after 50 games, I would expect nothing less from those guys. So, like I said, St. Louis, we're going to be down there this weekend. 2019 Missouri Open, I believe this is the 11th annual. If my numbers are correct, which they're probably not. Kicking things off with a $10 money shot and closest to the pin contest. So we have 131 players signed up right now. hopefully have over 120 by the time the main event starts on Saturday around noon Central Time. But today is the fun. Everyone gets in. Some people get in a little bit early. So for those of you that are going to be fortunate enough to be able to make it out to St. Peters, Missouri tonight, 7:30, we'll have coverage on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter of the closest spin contest, money shot, and of course all the fun and excitement that happens at a Golden Tee tournament. Tropical Torment, I believe one of the only... Now, this is not the only par 5, but it's probably the hardest par 5 in Design a Hole contest history. Lots of different layup spots here. We just started judging the submissions yesterday. We chose down to the top 10. We will start announcing those on Monday, and then over the next couple of weeks. Over the next couple of weeks. Next couple of weeks, we will unveil a Design a Hole finalist each day. Those finalists are going to get a sleeve of Callaway golf balls and also a Golden Tee gift card and a 2020 Epic Flash player card. Insert the comments about the players that supposedly never got their cards last year. If you were a finalist in the 2019 Design a Hole contest and never got a player card, just shoot me a message and we will make everything whole in your life again. Ultra Shot? Oh. But after those top 10 finalists are revealed, we'll give it a few days over the weekend in 2 weeks. Then we will unveil our top 3 finalists and then, of course, a winner. That winner is walking away with a 2019 Golden Tee Home Edition, a free online subscription for a year, and a free 2020 update when it comes out later in the fall. So a lot riding on the line here. And then, of course, I believe second place gets a Epic Flash driver from Callaway, and third place gets an Odyssey putter. So still good consolation prizes for second and third place finishes, but a lot of fun and exciting stuff. As always, we want you guys to chime in on social media, give us your feedback, tell us your favorite designs. Just try to be, respectful in doing so. I do have to say, Adam and I and the rest of the team talked about this yesterday. I don't mean this disrespectfully to any other finalists that we've had in the 11 years previously of this contest, but something about this year's 10 finalists makes it just so much more difficult to choose a winner. Of course, all the finalists we have each year are great, but there's something about each of these top 10 designs this year that any one of these could end up standing out and being our winner. So, tough decision for our judges to make over the next few weeks, but it will be fun. And then, of course, as Jim Zielinski and the team start building that hole in 2020, come on, really? Hoping to get a hole out. But as Jim Zielinski and his team start building out the Design a Hole winner, we will give you photos and videos and steps all along the way so you can see that creation process from a paper drawing and all the way down to final hole in Golden Tee 2020. David Bishop, I do not think I know you personally. I can't see the picture. It's kind of small on my phone here. But I don't know if we can be friends. If we weren't friends, we're now friends, and now I'm no longer friends with you because of what you just said about Tahiti Cove being your favorite course. All kidding aside, it's actually not a bad course. It's pretty fun, but it'll definitely challenge you. So if you're looking to get better, or you want to play some invitational contests with your friends on the Caddy app, Tahiti Cove, actually any of the 2010 courses are pretty challenging, but good tests of your ability. Always a fun hole for YouTube shots, so hopefully we'll get a chance to see some great ones today. I'm going to try something that's probably not going to work, but we're going to see if a 3-wood will get over these trees. Not sure. Nope. Didn't get through the trees, but thankfully, let's just say it could have been worse. So 3-wood does not get through those trees. Actually, maybe this was the hole that Brian Bernhardt texted me and said the 10.5 degree driver gets through the trees. Should have read my messages clear before I jumped on the live stream. But, as always, daily contest live stream. The fun part about it is we play multiple games to give you guys a couple of good looks at the contest. Boy, I have not really played Tahiti Cove in forever. Maybe this was also the hole Brian said the 10.5 degree driver gets through. We are just going to, because this is our first game, we're just going to go naked, no spin. Look at that. That's actually, I need to hit it a little bit harder. Oh, that was, ugh. Alright, pro tip, hit your 10.5 degree driver pretty hard on hole 14 because the rough around the green is not friendly. Robbie, you are now also on my my GT no longer friends list for saying that this is your favorite course, but it is actually a very beautiful course for being a 10-year-old course almost. It actually looks pretty darn well. It's held up very well. Hopefully, all right, good. I was worried this was in the events mode a few weeks ago or Freaky Friday, one of the two. Too many live streams to remember, but I know it was giving me some trouble there. But easy eagle for today's Throwback Thursday daily contest. No big changes in the scores yet. This hole here, definitely in events mode this week. One of the all par fives. Not an awful setup here. I'm not going to crush this. I just want to get it on this little strip of land. That actually might be too hard. That's too hard. That's, yeah. Way too hard. But the reason I wanted to end up on this little strip is so I can hit a 3-wood or 10.5 degree driver on the green and still get backspin. Looks like we're going to play the lava game again because I got way too much wind out of that. But hey, look at that. Well, just kidding. We're not putting in for par either. We're putting in for bogey. Nice thing about daily contests, as I always say, is you play as many times as you want to avoid things like that. So now we know for the next game, hole 16 is going to fight us. That's all right. That's the fun about playing many of these daily contests, is that we can just play another game after this and pretend like this bad game never happened. I do have to agree, David. The sound of the ball hitting lava is actually is pretty damn funny. Although it sucks when it's your golf ball and not somebody else's. Let's see. There's so many ways to approach this hole. We're just going to wing it right now for game 1 and try a 3-wood through the trees. Not awful. I'm going to use my 5 hybrid to just jam this in the hole, but okay, so 3-wood around might actually work. Let's see. Alright, so 20 under, yes. I feel absolutely positively happy about my 20 under on the daily contest. Like I said, this is one of those courses from 2010 that is not a high-scoring contest or low-scoring, depending on how you call it. But, look at it. We got to get at least, we didn't putt past 30 feet. That's a positive. Look at that. We didn't break the longest putt record because we were under 30 feet each time. Look at that. The positive things in life, folks. Tomorrow at the Missouri Open, hoping to have a live stream with either Joe Massara or Evan Gossett, 2 of the top daily contest players. You know, we try to do a Freaky Friday stream every Friday when we are at the office. I am a somewhat decent player, but it will be good for you guys to watch my gameplay and then watch what these guys do hole by hole and see the differences. You can really dissect and understand what some of these top daily contest players do to shoot those crazy scores on Freaky Fridays. And I think if this stays on the green, that'd be amazing. Perfect. you will be able to dissect, see what these guys do and understand they're crazy. There's no way around it. These guys are crazy, but they're also crazy good. And definitely some teaching moments that you guys can get from them as well. So hopefully be working with Richard King and Golden Tee TV to have a late afternoon, early evening live stream of the Freaky Friday with one of those top guys that'll be in St. Louis. I think Paul, I'm not sure when you're going to be there either. Paul Taylor, another one of those, I'll call him a sleeper daily contest banger, because he can also definitely shoot those crazy scores and break out the fools, as they call it. But there'll be a lot of good players in St. Louis, so we will find a handful to play Freaky Friday contest games with and see what happens. Craig, wonderful question. So Craig, for those of you on YouTube and Twitch that don't see this on Facebook, Craig asks, I am a rookie. Should I play these contests? I'm going to tell you, as somebody who started to go from just a casual Golden Tee player or a once-a-week kind of guy to a more competitive player, I started playing the daily contest as a way to get better. It's also one of the reasons why I do these live streams every week, because the daily contest is the same setup for all 24 hours. So every time I play the daily contest today on this live stream, you guys are going to see the same exact look, same exact wins, pins, tee boxes, the whole 9 yards. So as a rookie, you have to manage your expectations. So don't go in the daily contest trying to win money. Use the daily contest as a teaching tool. Play these contests. See, especially during the normal days like Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, when they're 2019 courses, that's going to be your best bet. And I'm sure a few of you will chime in and can speak to this as well, but being able to play the same conditions, the same winds, it'll teach you a lot when it comes to distance control. It'll teach you a lot when it comes to cutting the ball. It'll also teach you a lot when it comes to just practicing. I know all of us, anytime we hit a bad shot, go, all right, what the heck? How did I do that? How did I mess up? The shot feedback meter is great. That tool that we added this year in 2019 is very helpful. But 9 times out of 10, or almost 10 times out of 10, you're not going to see the same exact setup to try a new shot and get better. Not sure how that went in. Also not sure how I ended up on the rough, but hey, that's what happens when you're talking. But Craig, sorry, to finish my point, the daily contest tool, it gives you a chance to shoot the same shots over and over. And hey, if your approach shot goes in the water, or your tee shot goes in the water on a par 4, it gives you a chance to adjust clubs, even potentially adjust ball or spin type, and hopefully get better. So I definitely see it as a valuable tool as you're starting to play this game more and trying to get better. Nothing too crazy so far. After game 2, just a few holes that we need to pay attention to. I know most of you that have never had the chance to play some of these older courses will be shocked at the fact that we are about to shoot 12 under on the front 9, and that's actually a good score. Especially with the way some of the 17, 18, and 19 courses set up. You're used to seeing 15s and 16 unders in the front 9, but some of these old school courses, they were very hard to score and a little bit more difficult. So, clean round, 3 eagles, 2 par 5s, 1 drivable par 4, nothing too crazy. The back 9 is where you're going to have to use a few tricks in your sleeve to get on the green on some of those drivable par 4s. I know Paul Taylor said full high 10.5 on 14. Let's see if I can pull that off. Would have been a perfect shot for backspin, but that's all right. Since it worked out so well that last time, we're just going to soft a 6-wood and just let the grabber with bite trickle down. As much as I would love a hole-in-one, it's not worth getting in the lava and then having a terrible, terrible chip for bogey after that. I would say this is probably one of the more difficult par 5s on Tahiti Cove. I just was in the middle of yapping and just hit it out there earlier. So I'm going to hit a 9.5 degree driver this time. And I'm going to hit it a little bit left because I want to go around those trees, but also have enough spin and speed to catch the green. All right, hole 13. I was really hoping we get this left tee box over there because it makes it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is the 3-wood last time did not get over. Let's see if a high 3-wood does. Might not. Oh, look at that. High 3-wood. Except you're gonna get a lot of distance. So I tried to hit that soft and was only able to bring it down to 99. Shouldn't be too bad. We're still putting in for eagle, but just something to be careful of. Maybe move your tee farther behind or back in the box for next time. Full high 10.5. All right. So Paul Taylor says go full high. I'm not good at fulls, so we'll just hit the 10.5 degree driver high. I guess it was kind of a full, not really, close enough. Nah. Alright, so let's see if we can catch the, Okay, so I somehow magically went through some trees, so we're not going to focus on that. But 10.5 degree driver through that little gap should be pretty good to get eagle on hole 13, or excuse me, hole 14. Look at this, it actually looks like back-to-back-to-back drivable par 4s. Which is a rarity for this setup. If this could ultra shot in the hole, that'd be great. Beggars can't be choosers, as I always say. Down 7, so just be careful with your putt. Look at that, we finally broke the 30-foot generic putt record on this course, on this machine. Alright, so last time I went in the lava twice, actually, so we're going to play it safe, hit a 10.5 degree driver. Ah, shoot. Is that going to be safe? Oh, I'm not sure how, but it's somehow safe. Preferably end up a little bit more in the middle, but that's alright. I'm going to take this 5-wood. I'm going to hit it out to the 2 a little bit. I feel like that is going to be safe. I wanted to hit it out farther to the 2 because there's not a lot of green to play with on the left. Just messed up the way I hit that shot, and Craig, you know, this would be a shot. I fixed my shot after the first game. The third time I play this, I would make sure to go a bit more on the right side of that green. Nothing too crazy about this green. It might look a little difficult, but I'm just going to go low 6-wood. And because I'm not trying to ace this, I am trying to stay dry. Not sure how I ended up farther over this time, but that's all right. Wow. Well, apparently putting out of the fringe is just as fast as putting on the green, which I should have known that. So go ahead and make sure that you see putt if you're on the fringe of hole 17. Since it worked well last time, we're just going to go 3-wood. A soft little see through the trees. Actually didn't get it out. I got it out too far this time, even more so than the first time. Still chipping in for eagle. Disappointed because, well, I don't have a lot of great shot points, but that's all right. So 26 under. We did not break our course record of 13 birdies, thankfully. So even though it's a normally lower scoring course, the par is 27 if you don't mess anything up. So I adjust what I said earlier. I thought 28 or 29 would win. You're looking at maybe a 30 or 31 under. $1,686 in the prize pool. So you're looking at a top prize of $153 and change. So yeah, I think you'll see a 31 under win this. Maybe a 32 if somebody gets crazy. I know Paul Luna every once in a while likes to get crazy and just shoot ridiculous scores out of nowhere on the daily contest. That actually, surprisingly, my G-Wedge surprisingly rolled pretty darn far. Again, I have grabbers with super spin, so I expected that. Didn't expect to get great shot points, but I'm not going to turn them down. Paul Taylor says, high wood on 18. Which wood are you using? Are you using a 5 wood or a 3 wood? We'll figure that out over the next couple of minutes. Awful pin spot on hole 2 here again, just like a few weeks ago in the daily Freaky Friday contest. But still putting in for eagle. I'm not, again, a lot of these holes you're not going to try to ace them unless you're really, really confident, or it's a par 3 like this and there's no water, just sand. Then I'm okay with you guys going at the green. It felt good. Almost said something, but I knew it was going to pull away at the end. Todd says the only downside of watching these live streams are that I get the urge to play while I'm at work, and usually on my way home I stop at the local bar and play a few games. Well, here's the thing. If you start playing well enough, your excuse to your wife is that if you get good enough, you could play for money. So there you go. And then when you play well, you could potentially cash out in the future, and then you're making more money, and then she gets to go on more shopping trips with her girlfriends, and then you're out of the doghouse, and it's perfect. You get to go to the bar more and play Golden Tee with your friends, and then you're good. All right, so I was wondering, Paul Taylor says to hit an 8 wood, a 7 or 8 wood. I have the 8 wood, not the 7, so 8 high. Okay. We'll have to try the high 8 wood on hole 18.
That's a good drive, Peter.
This one's where it should be, right in the fairway.
All right, I'm gonna hit this one a little bit harder than normal. The last couple times I've been ending up very short. That worked out pretty well.
Golfer 1 looking for a birdie.
Another really fun par 3. Used to love seeing this in closest to the pin contests. I don't know why. It's just, I think the slight elevation change, being able to hit it through the sand and potentially get the hole in one is just fun for me. Probably see that tonight during the closest to the pin contest at the St. Louis Open. Pretty straightforward look here on our design hole from 2010.
Peter, do you think the wind will be a factor here?
Wind to the left here. You've got to be right.
Excuse me. That actually might be looking pretty nice. Nice? Oh.
Golfer 1 with a eagle. Ready to tee it up. Golfer 1.
Unfortunately, hole 8 we're in the back box. There are some setups that show up in invitationals and daily contests and stuff that give you the possibility to drive this green in one. Definitely not happening today. And if somebody has driven it, I would love to just know how you magically made that happen. Checking in on the scores here. Looks like Mike Demko with a 27, Paul Taylor with a 26, yours truly with a 26 in third place that we will, of course, take out before the end of the contest at the end of the day tonight.
Terrific. Over to golfer 1.
No trouble here.
So again, if you're just joining us, I mentioned it last stream, or last game. This is what, game 3 of our live stream, I think. But old school course, 2010's Tahiti Cove. Seeing 12 under after 9 holes is not crazy. We didn't mess anything up. We got our eagles on the 2 par 5s and the 1 drivable par 4, and got all of our birdies across the board. And it's on the back 9 where a lot of your scoring is going to happen. I think there was 3 drivable par 4s in a row that set up pretty well for eagles.
Will the wind make a difference, Peter?
So this is where you've got some scoring potential.
Well, it's on the green, Peter. Golf for 1. On tee now. Golf for 1.
Now that time, I'm probably going in the lava this time. No, maybe not. I should have pulled back. I just pushed it forward, did not pull back that time. But we're standing on air and putting in for birdie, and that's all that matters.
And now the tee shot of golf for 1. They hit it good. Nice tee shot.
So just like last time, I'm going to hit the 9.5 degree driver. I'm going to put it out there a little bit more than I probably need to. That was actually way too much. But the point was, I wanted to, the first time I used a 10.5 degree driver and caught the tree, I wanted to go out around, again, too much this time, almost paid for it. But get around those trees, get on the green, and then putt in for eagle. Because I'd much rather be putting, have a 51-foot putt for eagle, or a 60-foot putt for eagle, or even a chip, versus hitting those trees and then potentially ending up in the lava hazard, which, although like we discussed earlier, sounds really cool and fun, it's not fun when it's your golf ball that's going into the drink, or into the lava at this point. High tee 3-wood, very soft over these trees. I actually cut that a bit more, a lot more actually than the first time. So we might be able to have a nice easy chip here if my fingers work properly. Perfect. So if you just put a tiny cut on hole 13 with a high 3-wood, you can actually maybe even get an ace there. Paul Taylor, another great daily contest player, says a high 10.5 full. I hit that a little bit, well, not a complete full. I'm not the judge on that, but we're putting in for eagle. So notice a real full, you'd be all the way at the A and hitting straight to the 2. I just don't have the confidence to do that. So I went in between the A and the B and then hit it straight to get that nice cut into the wind for the eagle. Another hole that's sometimes fringe drivable. But thankfully for today's daily contest, it is always drivable, even with grabbers. So no need to worry about changing golf balls there. Last time we played it not safe enough, so that's why we are laying up here. I'm going to hit a 5-wood to the right because I want that wind to carry it, and then hitting the backspin with grabbers, I'm just going to go roll right towards the hole. Even got great shot points. Wasn't expecting it, but hey, it's a nice thing. That's exactly why I went down to the 5-wood, because I hit the ball a little bit harder than normal, or than I'd like sometimes, and I knew if I tried softing a 3-wood, I was going right into the lava. Low 6-wood for me here. Again, not trying to really ace this hole, just trying to get it on the green, staying dry. Going to make sure that we absolutely positively pull back to the C for our putt to make sure we don't roll over like we did the last game. Alright, so Mr. Taylor says it's a high 8-wood. High 8-wood. High 8-wood, huh? High 8-wood straight at it? Alright, I thought about doing this the first time. Alright, I guess he's right. This would actually be pretty amazing if this goes in. I'm just going to St. Louis now. I'm not even eating my lunch. Okay, so I was concerned about hitting those trees, but it's a 7-wood or an 8-wood, depending on what you're comfortable with. I hit the 8-wood, almost aced it. Okay, Paul Taylor, I see you. I appreciate your advice, as always. Always a fine gentleman. If you see Paul Taylor this weekend, make sure you buy him a drink or shot of only the finest whiskey. And if you see me around, I will never say no to fine whiskey to sip. at a Golden Tee tournament. So 27 under, not bad. It's going to put us, at least for right now, right in the second place mark, which again, for me, we'll pull those scores before I leave here. But it really just goes to show you that, okay, so 27's the par today. You're going to need some great shot points to get past Mike Demko and Paul Taylor in first and second right now. But like you guys earlier were asking, is it worth it for a newer player, a more rookie player, casual player to go play? Absolutely. Again, somebody asked me the other day during my events mode live stream, am I a pro? No. Could I if I wanted? Could I be one if I wanted to? Probably. I just don't have the time, and I like my job too much to trade off working for Golden Tee / playing Golden Tee for money. But my point is that I'm an average Joe. I might be better than a lot of the newer players out there, but the shots that I'm hitting don't take a lot of skill. I mean, yes, it takes skill to play good at Golden Tee or hit a home run. Ugh. But hopefully you understand my point. It's like if you just follow these videos, so the third game, this is number 4, the third game of the live stream is probably the best one to follow unless we pull some magic rabbits out of our hat this game. But just go out there, put a 10 or a 20 in the game, grab a couple of buddies from the bar or your significant other and play a couple games. And you never know what'll happen. I mean, pretty easy to follow. Some of these shots are more finesse, like the drivable par 4s. But think about it this way, even if you don't get eagle on those drivable par 4s, you're still shooting 23 under on a course that's typically pretty hard. And that's nothing to just shrug off. This is a harder course from the earlier years of Golden Tee Live. So there's my TED Talk that nobody asked for. A little bit farther back this time, so I have to be careful. I missed the trackball there. I have to be careful with my super spin 6-iron. Even with bite, that's going to trickle off. So glad that I made that chip because it might not look like it, but inside I was really freaking out that I was going to screw that chip up, and then basically all the hard work we just put in meant nothing. So I was not moving my tee back at all previously. I'm going to move it back slightly with bite and just see if that little bit of a tee change makes a difference. It doesn't when you hit the ball harder. So pro tip, if you try to move your tee back, don't hit the ball even harder than you normally do. Tropical Torment, our 2009 contest winner. Very nice setup for today's contest. Just hit it right on this plop of fairway, first cut, whatever we call it. First cut? Yeah. Just landed on there. Also, shout out to the 250 plus design hole submissions we got this year. Every year this contest grows. For a few days before the judging, it really drives me crazy because I'm the one that sifts through all these and puts them all in a PowerPoint and then cuts them down to a realistic point of the entire team going through them. But deep down in my heart, as a Golden Tee fanatic, I love each and every one of you who actually send in designs. A lot of you guys this year sent in multiple designs. I believe Adam and I were talking about it. We had more par 3 designs submitted than ever before, which is just a nifty little fact. Statistics, whatever you want to call it. It's just neat to see. And next year, we already talked about coming up with better guidelines to help you guys help make it easier for our judges to understand the concepts that you guys are creating, but also make it easier for you guys to understand what the judges are looking for. So, we won't worry about that until next February. But we've already got some good plans to make next year's contest bigger and better than ever. Get in there. What? All right. Now I'm officially offended. I wish I could have saw the replay. That should have gone in. Just saying. Just saying that should have gone in. I should have walked away 13 under. Now let's be honest, even if I hold out number 9, I would find a way to screw up the back 9 to lose that extra stroke, and you guys would have a field day watching it. But the important thing is that should have dropped. And I'm going to go talk to Jim Zielinski on my way out today and tell him how upset I am. Also for my... Oh, that's actually... Wow. Eduardo, on YouTube, I swear I feel like we just had a telepathic moment because swear to God, I was literally seconds away from telling you guys about our Throwback Thursday t-shirt that I'm wearing today, how you can get one, and how you can save money on it. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was lying to you, but that's absolutely hilarious. So, Eduardo, I appreciate you so much for that. So what I was going to say was, if you go to goldentea.com/shop, thank you, Todd, for recognizing that I got robbed. All right. I'm jumping all over here. I want to make sure that I get you guys the best information. So there's 2 sales going on now through our shirt store partner, Spreadshirt. There's a 15% off sale that goes on through next week, but there's also a 20% off sale that's going now through tomorrow. I just need to find the code. But if you go to goldentea.com/shop, you can find this Throwback Thursday Golden Tee logo t-shirt. Get 20% off of that. We have a lot of classic Golden Tee Live logos. But even though it's Throwback Thursday, the code works on any of the t-shirts in our shop, whether you're getting a sweatshirt if you live in Antarctica or somewhere where you like to be bundled up and sweating in the springtime. But regardless, go to goldentea.com/spreadshirt. Let me go grab that code before I forget.
Go for 1 at the tee.
All right, so this is what I thought the code was, but it's 20 April 19. So 20 APRIL 19 is the promo code that you enter when you're checking out at goldentea.com/shop. Okay, so I cut the ball too much this time, and I hit the tree, and that's all right. I was too excited about you guys being able to go and get this t-shirt. But guess what? Doesn't matter if you hit the trees when you hold out for the eagle that you should have been putting for. So power to terrible, terrible tee shots and wonderful approach shots. Feel really good to go play Golden Tee with my friends this weekend. So goldentea.com/shop. Today and tomorrow, save 20% on your order. Put in the code 20 April 19. And then once that sale is over on Saturday or Friday night, we will go ahead and post the 15% off sale code that goes through May 1st. Oh no, Kevin. Oh no. Well, this is part of the show where I shoot a really good game, have a bad tee shot, hole out to get the eagle I was supposed to get, and then I'm so excited about you guys being able to go get a t-shirt like mine that I put too much cut on my ball. So that's all right. My good advice for hole 14 is to watch game 3. But it's a high teed 10.5 degree driver all the way out to the A, straight to the 2. Just don't hit it as poorly as I did that last game. Now if this could ultra shot, I would feel somewhat better. I would even take a straight on roll into the cup. Didn't get it, but that's okay. All right, hole 16 again. I'm threading needles, and we're not going to thread needles no more. This just means it's time for me to get out of the Golden Tee Lounge and get on the road to St. Peters, Missouri for the 2019 Missouri Open.
Call for one. Looking at
All right, terrible game this time. Was worried that after shooting a 27 under and shooting really well, that I was going to have a mess up like that. Also, accidentally hit a low 5 wood that time instead of a low 6 wood. Still putting in for birdie. That's okay. All right, so to make myself feel better, and to make all of you that are still watching feel better, we're just going to go ahead, hit the high T8 wood that Paul Taylor suggested, and we're going to hole out. Didn't get the hole in one last time. Not sure how my ball went softer than the first time I hit it. Not sure if I missed the track ball or if I caught a tree. No, I just must have mishit the track ball. So still putting in for eagle on hole 18. High 8 wood over those trees or 7 wood. Don't worry, it might look like it's going to hit those trees, but if you hit it well enough, should go right on there and putting in for eagle. I'm going to get out of here, grab some lunch, and get ready to drive to St. Peters, Missouri. Make sure you're following Golden Tee on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube at Golden Tee, all one word. We'll have a lot of fun and exciting coverage for tonight's money shot and closest to pin contest. Tomorrow is going to be a handicap tournament, which is a satellite entry fee or a satellite tournament into Saturday's main event. Of course, we have the 5-course qualifier from all 2019 courses, so those will randomly be selected Friday morning. Just a lot of good stuff going on. So if you are somewhere in the vicinity of an hour to 4 hours from St. Peters, Missouri, hopefully we'll see you this weekend at Hot Shots. You can go to pegttour.com to find out the address and more details, get signed up, get a custom player card. If we don't see you there, we better see you live and online at Golden Tee and Golden Tee TV throughout the weekend. And most likely have a Freaky Friday live stream with Joe Massara or Evan Gossett or Paul Taylor, one of those crazy Freaky Friday daily contest players. So from the Golden Tee Lounge until tomorrow, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.